Hello, we're here with FrozenDawn after the win against MnM. So Will, we saw MnM try and use the TF ult early on to get the Nautilus ahead, and obviously it backfired quite big in the sense that like Rifty got a double kill early on. Are these sort of counterplays planned in advance?
Um, to an extent, a lot of it's experience. So like playing a lot of games with or against Twisted Fate, so that the players have the game sense to see that when TF's coming. And then the other aspect, I guess, is knowing that if he does come, that you are still fine, like you always have an out, or that you can take the fight. And I guess like another aspect of it. So in a sense, it's not necessarily it's planned ahead, but it's more like knowing, okay, TF is probably likely to come here. Are we prepared? Like, do we have an answer? And of course, ways to do that are like warding his like pathing routes to the top lane and stuff like that. And I think, in a sense, it's not like we plan ahead for it. Like we go, oh, okay, he's definitely gonna come here at level 6. Like obviously we can't predict exactly where and when he will ult, but making sure that in every play we make, it's always accounted for. So in that sense, it's kind of like a yes and a no. We so long as we're thinking about it, it's okay, and we're accounting for it. It's TF usually wins when, or like gets leads of people when they don't expect it coming, or don't see it coming, and then he can like capitalize off mispositioning and things like that. So yeah.
Okay. So we saw Rifty get really ahead in this game on the Trundle pick, which has been coming back into the meta after had a brief stint where it kind of fell out a bit. Do you consider him to be a top tier pick right now?
I mean, yes. Trundle's a pretty great pick for like various reasons. Obviously, he does really well versus tanks in that he can sap the tank's strength to make them more killable, especially in like single tank compositions where he can basically just kind of shred them or allow your team to shred them. He's also really good in pick and poke comps due to his pillar. And I think today actually we saw TCA ban it against Renegades, if I remember correctly. On top of that, like with Poppy and Nautilus being in the top lane meta, then Trundle obviously would naturally sort of shine through in that sense as well. So yeah, I think Trundle is a sort of top tier top lane pick at the moment.
Alright, so next week Manalight play TCA, who actually put up a decent fight versus Renegades tonight.
Yeah.
So how will you guys ensure that you have a better performance than Renegades did?
I think we won't pick Ari top for a start. Which I'm not sure actually if that was like a fail swap or whatever, but yeah, I don't think they never actually played Ari top before. But I mean, I think Renegades have a habit of underestimating their opponents. I mean, they've never lost, so like I guess they underestimate them and then still beat them. But they sort of have this like I guess like trolly or unfocused attitude towards games, and I think that's what TCA managed to exploit. Obviously, like credit to TCA for playing well, but at the same time, like Renegades, I have never really seen them go into a game and go, okay, we 100% have to win this. This really matters for us. Which I guess is kind of attitude we at least try and go into. So against TCA, I guess we'll just come into it to seek the better performance. We'll just come into it playing to our strengths. We'll make sure we respect our opponent, of course, like we always try and do. And then I think we'll sort of win the game from there, because we saw TCA show some weaknesses today. I mean, although they were accruing lots of kill leads, they weren't actually like getting that many objectives with them, or if they were getting the objectives with them, they weren't utilizing them that well, etc. And obviously in the end, they lost. They kind of threw. So whilst obviously they had a good show in the fact that they can get kills, it showed their macro game side to be a bit weaker. So in that sense, I think there's somewhere there that we can exploit from TCA. So to ensure we have a better performance, I think we're just going to play to our strengths, which are definitely come into that macro play area, and we also have good lanes. So I mean, I think we'll be fine, but I think that's what we're going to do to have a better performance, is just play to our own strengths.
So now Manalight are 5-0. People may start to question whether you can finish the regular season undefeated. Have you thought about this?
I mean, I guess so, but like for us, it's kind of one step at a time. And our biggest game against Renegades is after I-Series. So like, I-Series for us is, I guess, like more important than that best of one, in the sense that it's an entire tournament, of course. So really, we just kind of take it like a step at a time. I mean, we mainly look to sort of improve ourselves to be the best that we can be, and then whatever comes with that, you know, if a win comes with that, then so be it. But if we end up losing, that's also sort of comes with improving. So yeah, we've thought about it, but it's not like we're sitting here going, oh yeah, I can't, you know, we could be undefeated, guys. It's more like, okay, yeah, let's focus on just winning the tournament overall. And the fact that it's undefeated, that sort of title doesn't, I guess, mean too much to us right now. Maybe it will like closer to the time or after the tournament. But for now, it's just focusing on dealing with our own mistakes.
All right, thanks for the interview, Will. Best of luck next week.
Cheers.